All right, welcome to the first model. So, before we get started in setting up our advert to these persons that can actually pay, that has the capacity to pay millions of naira for a property, it will be important or necessary for us to deconstruct some of the ideas or some of the wrong ideas we may currently have about using social media for business, right? Some of the misconceptions. Now, the first one is for you to understand that determination is not a business strategy, right? Being determined is not a business strategy, right? For for you to become successful in your business, for your business to be profitable, you need to go beyond being determined, right? So posting 3 times on Facebook should not be your strategy. If that is what you've been doing, or if that is what you have been told to do, that shouldn't be your strategy because you can post for three times daily for the next 1 month, next 30 days without making any sale. In fact, if you're currently doing it, you can attest to the fact that you hardly make sales. It is because there is a psychological aspect or there is a business aspect of why they are asking you to post 3 times daily, which you have not been told, right? So all you know is post 3 times, just show up. They say you must show up daily. As a result, you have to post 3 times, post 5 times. They say, the more time you post, the more favorable the social media algorithms, you know, the more it favors you. But that's not true. Okay, that's not wholly true per se, not totally true, right? There is a business aspect, there is an idea behind posting 3 times. It's not just posting any kind of content that comes to your mind. You have to be ideological at a level, you have to be intentional at a level if you must achieve anything out of it. So know that posting daily determination is not a strategy at all. It's not a business strategy. In fact, it should not be part of your plan. It should not be part of your business strategy at all. Right? You can talk to one person for 100 times or 100 million times, and the person may never buy from you. Right? You can do a particular thing the same way over and over again, and you will never get the result you're looking for. It is because that is not this working strategy, right? That is not a working strategy. So you must understand that you posting 3 times a day does not and will not guarantee that you will run a successful real estate business using social media. Now, the next thing is not for you to appear pushy. Now, by posting 3 times daily, you already are appearing pushy to your audience, to the persons that wants to connect with you, and that is not very good for you. That kind of attitude tends to push people away from you. It tends to scares people away from you by coming on social media on daily basis and posting, buy my property, I have this best property and all of that, buy now, buy this, buy that, buy that. It appears so sexy, right? That all you care about is for you to sell your property. That all you care about is for you to sell what you have to offer, right? These platforms are not built around that. Facebook is not a marketplace, right? Even though it has elements of market, but it's not a marketplace. That is not the original idea of Facebook. So you need to be able to connect to the origin. You need to be able to connect to the idea behind Facebook, Instagram, for you to sell to these people. So you don't need to appear sexy, but you need to do it ideologically. You need to do it in such a way that people will notice that you're actually trying to sell to them, right? So you just appeal to them. Now, here I said there are 3 kinds of content basically that appeals to people on social media. So you need to put yourself in the shoe of your audience. Nobody wakes up on daily basis and say, okay, look, I'm going to Facebook to buy a car. I'm going to Facebook today to buy a house. Nobody does that. Ask yourself, have you ever woken up a day and say you're going to buy a phone on Facebook? No. It is because Facebook is not built around that. But you can wake up and say you're going to the market. Once you say you're going to the market, it is believed you're going to buy something. But once you say you're going to Facebook, it is not believed that you're going to buy something. In fact, it is presumed you don't have any intention to buy. You only have three intents. One, you want to socialize. You want to connect with old friends. You want to build new relationship and stay connected to each other. Two, you want to be entertained, right? You want to read up content, watch videos that ease your stress, that will make you to laugh. The third reason is that you want to learn new things. You want to know what is happening within your environment, within the society, the world at large. So these are the three things you wake up on daily basis to go and do on Facebook, not to buy. Right. So your content must be tailored around these three things. If you must connect genuinely with this person, if you must build an active follower, if you must build connection or fan base for people that will buy your property. So how do you go about that? First, you can come in an educative manner by posting content that helps to educate these persons on why they should buy a property. Now, the idea is to educate them, but draw them closer to you. So you can decide to write a content that talks about uh, how to spot, you know, how to know a fraudulent, land seller, why you should buy a land in Lagos State. Three reasons why you should buy a land in Lagos State. What are the documents that you should look out for when buying this kind of content? These persons, they want to know. They are not aware. They want to know. So they want to see that you truly have their interests at heart, right? So you will be able to connect with them by writing those kind of content. And with the way Facebook, or with the way the human mind is working right now, you may not need to write lengthy content. 300 words is okay, right? 1000 words is perfect too. Don't just make it too lengthy and don't make it boring. You can come from the angle of telling a story. For instance, you want to talk about uh, how to know a scammer, a scammer, that sells a property. So you can come by telling them a story of an encounter a client has had or you have had. It could be an imaginary story, but it should be something that they can connect with easily. Don't just come and post beautiful pictures of house and say buy now, buy now. Write the story around those things. Try to connect with them. Try to educate them. Try to inspire them. Try to create that curiosity in them. Right? So that is it. Now, the next thing is that you must also understand their core purpose. While writing your content, while trying to connect with these persons, you must understand their core purpose, their pain points. What is that one thing that keeps them awake at night? If it is to get a house, what kind of house? If it's to buy a property, what kind of property? In what location? What are the features they are looking at? Right? So in doing that, you must ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is the one problem I'm solving? Right? If you identify the problem, you then ask yourself, who has this problem? Who is the person? That is your audience, your client. Who is this client? The person needs, ultimately, you're doing this to make money, to sell more property, build more brand recognition, and make more money for yourself, grow your company, right? That is your ultimate aim. So that one has been identified. Now, the next thing is what problem, right? What you're doing, what is the problem it's solving? it's solving the problem of the housing problem, right? So that it's clear enough. You can figure out other problems. Now the next thing is, who has this problem? Who is in need of this house? Who is in need of a property? What's the person's age range? So you don't stand advertising to people who are 18 years. How will an 18 years old boy buy a property, or 18 years old girl buy a property that is worth 20 million? So you must identify this person, just one person, not two, that has this problem. Now you have a property that is situated at let's say Port Harcourt, maybe in GRA. Of course, there are persons whose desire is to move to GRA. So if you've been able to identify that, look, this person has this desire, in your hard copy, you can preach that to them. You already know. You can tell them, look, I know your desire is to move to GRA. I have a comfortable place for you. You can pay me a visit. Call us. Let's go for site inspection. So who is this person you're trying to sell this property to? If the person has kids, you should be able to know all of that about the person. And of course, the financial capacity of the person. You can't sell, it will be hard, it will be difficult for you to sell a property worth 20 million to somebody who has 25 million in his account. So selling a property worth 20 million, you should aim for people that have maybe 50 million. So it to be easy for them to remove the 20 million and still have something to hold on to. Don't go and advertise a product, a house of 20 million to someone who has 10 million naira. It will be difficult for the person to make that buying decision. So the person may have the willingness but lacks the capacity. So you must know all of that. Now the next one is, where is this person that has this problem that can buy this my product? Is the person on Instagram or is the person on Facebook? You must know. You must ask yourself, what does this person like? If they prefer video, you should be able to, run your advert using video. If they prefer pictures, if they prefer to read just text alone, then you should know that no, they may not be on Instagram, they may be on Facebook, or they may be on other people's website, other people's blog. So where is this person? You must identify. If this person is on Facebook, which group are they? Which pages are they following? You must identify all of this, right? So you must identify all of that. Now, how do I reach out to them? You already have two methods, the organic and the paid. The organic is the one you post on your timeline, you post on your page, you educate people, you tell them this is what I have to offer. It will benefit you in this manner. You go to group admins, you know that, oh, your audience are here. You take permission from them. I just want to advertise my product here. Or why not interview me in your group? Let me talk about the importance of buying property in this location. They give you access, you connect with them. You draw them back to your own timeline, or you draw them back to your WhatsApp or to your email list or wherever you want to house them. Right? So you can also use the paid method, which is what we'll be talking most about in the other models. Right? So if you know all of these, then you begin to ask yourself, how do I talk to these people? How do I talk to these people? How do I talk to them? Of course, you already know their problem. So you come from the angle of providing solution to their problem. You come from the angle of trying to make them to understand that, look, you understand their problem, you know their problem, and you have the perfect solution for them. Someone who wants to buy a property but doesn't have enough money. You don't start coming to preach high a property that is, worth a lot of millions. So you can come from the angle of I have an affordable, a very comfortable, or we have properties to suit all your needs. Whether you have 10,000, you have 1 million, we have a solution for you. You can even split it into installments. Deposit this and then you pay across 6 months. So every 6 months you pay half. Every 6 months you pay half. So that is it. Lastly, remember that determination is not a business strategy. Posting regularly does not guarantee sale. If you don't connect deeply with these people, you must know the person you're serving, know the person's pain point and know their desires and appeals to those their needs. The other one is that you don't appear sexy, don't always call buy now, buy now. Now, if I'm not saying you shouldn't post content that say buy my property, no. But if you're posting 3 times a day, you could post 2 educational content and why buy now content, right? 2 educational content and buy now. And of course, by posting educational content, you are indirectly telling these persons that look, I am the best guy in this industry. I'm the best person you can call whenever you need a property, right? So you're already doing that indirectly. All right, and then you must also know where this person hangs out so you can connect deeply with them. But for the sake of this course, we'll be focusing on Instagram and Facebook. So we already know that these persons are on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm for sure I know they are here, right? I know they are here. So that's it. Next module we'll look at other things.